All right, let's have a look at the chords for Godspeed. And I transpose this to the key of G, so you don't have to play a bar chord. So let's take our capo and put it on fret number 5, like this. Okay, the long part of the capo, this big long rubber part here, this goes across the strings. This fancy looking part, decorative, ornate thing, is on the top of the guitar. And you just clamp it on like that. I'm on the 5th fret. There you go. And now where the capo is becomes 0. In other words, like an open string. And these frets 1 through 4, no longer matter. They're not part of the guitar anymore. You can't hear them. You only hear the frets above the capo. So now we have G chord, a C chord, an E minor chord, and a D. Those little diagrams at the top of the page, the dots tell you where to put your fingers. The numbers like 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, blah, 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 tell you which finger. So again, finger 1, 2, 3, 4. So that first diagram in the G chord is telling you finger 2 on fret 3, finger 1 on string 5 fret 2, and finger 3 on string 1 fret 3. You strum all the strings. Right? String, the C chord would be 3rd finger on string 5 fret 3, 2nd finger on string 4 fret 2, and 1st finger on string 2 fret 1. And you strum from the 5th string down. E minor chord, let's see, 1st finger on string 5 fret 2, 2nd finger on string 4 fret 2, and you strum all of the strings, all 6. The D, you notice there's two little X's above the diagram. That means do not play string 6 and 5 at all. So you have to be precise with your right hand and don't strum that. 1st finger on string 3 fret 2, 3rd finger on string 2 fret 3, and 2nd finger on string 1 fret 2, and you just strum from the 4th string down. Now, you're gonna have to use the tips of your fingers to play, or else you're accidentally going to touch strings that you don't want to touch and you get this sound. And that's really annoying, right? So right on the tips, and you can run a test for each chord. 4, 3, 2, 1 for the D, for the C chord, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you hear that kind of thing or buzzing or whatever, adjust your fingertips. Make sure you're right on the finger. Make sure you're not touching any other strings. E minor. So just take each chord and play the individual strings of the chord to test and see, is your left hand the way you want it to be? So those are the 4 chords: G, C, E minor, and D. The little M next to the E stands for minor, E minor. If it's a capital M, it's major, and you don't need to know exactly what that means just yet. So da da da. With the G chord, 8 strums. Pirates sing, boys fly. 8 strums on C. Fish by moonbeams every night. So there they broke up the pattern, right? 4 strums on E minor, 4 strums on D, and I love you. And 8 strums on C. Well, let's just work on that part for now and see how that goes. Transitioning between chords, right? That's going to be the hard part. You have to lift all your fingers to get from G to C, and from C, oh, look at that, from C to E minor, you can leave your 2nd finger down. So you should. When you switch from C has string 4 fret 2, and E minor has string 4 fret 2, so leave that 2nd finger down. That's a helpful hint for switching. But then when you go to D, you have to lift them all anyways. Sorry about that. And when you go back to C, you have to lift them all too. So you might have a strategy for each chord. G might be 2, 1, C might be 3, 2, 1. E minor might be 1, 2. You can think, if you do it the same way every time, that's going to be very helpful. D might be finger 1, 3, 2, or finger 1, 2, 3. I don't know which. You'll have to devise a plan for that. And again, C, 3, 2, 1. But make a strategy for every chord transition, or how you're going to think about each chord, and use that strategy every single time. That'll be very helpful. Please get with me if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. Practice hard, but have a lot of fun. Thanks again for watching.